Natasha Belling. In 2007, Adelaide Zoo embarked on an amazing 3-year journey bringing 2 endangered giant pandas to Australia. The zoo built this multi-million-dollar enclosure to house these beautiful animals. But the journey to get them has been fraught with many highs and lows. This program takes you back to the beginning of their story, to the remote mountains of Baifang Gorge, Funi and Wang Wang's home in China. In 6 months, 2 giant pandas from China are going to make the journey from the remote mountains of the Sichuan province to Adelaide Zoo. Wang Wang is a 4-year-old boy. He's still considered a cub, but is starting to display adult male behaviours. Funi is 3 and she's still playful and curious like a cub. The pandas are travelling to a different hemisphere. They'll go from freezing temperatures to the heat of Adelaide. This is not the first time they'll move to a new home. Originally, they lived at the Wolong Panda Reserve, the biggest in China. In 2008, the area was hit by a 7.9 magnitude earthquake. The earthquake killed more than 80,000 people and struck the Panda Reserve, completely destroying the facility. Staff members at Wolong rallied to rescue stranded tourists and pandas. Wang Wang and Funi were among a group of cubs that were rescued and relocated to Baifang Shu. A team from Adelaide Zoo has arrived for their first visit to China. It's an opportunity to establish a face-to-face relationship with their colleagues at the Baifang Shu Panda Base. But the most exciting thing for the team is meeting Wang Wang and Funi.
Our panda, Wang Wang.
It's Wang Wang.
Yeah.
Wow. Fantastic.
Good day.
Hello, Wang Wang.
Good day.
He's got to learn Australian.
He does, doesn't he? The fact that we saw Wang Wang as the second animal was just amazing. It's like we didn't expect that. It was like, wow. It was like everybody, actually quite emotional in a lot of ways, because this is a result of a long process, and to see that early on was quite emotional, really.
Jason's the head keeper at Adelaide Zoo. He will employ and train the keepers that will look after Wang Wang and Funi on a daily basis. The human-panda interaction is of particular interest to him.
Hey, Wang Wang.
Outside, Wayne is after more specific details about the well-being of the panda. As head vet, he'll be concerned for signs, good and bad, of their adaptation to Australia.
So as a vet, that's what you're one of the things that you're looking at. He's looking at, you know, you're getting reports from the keepers for how much they're eating, how much they're defecating, and if they've got any concerns, they'll let you know if it's gone down.
We just look at 4 things. First, the eye spray. The eyesight looks very nice, very healthy. That is normal. That is health.
The tour continues as Dr. Tang takes the team to the new breeding facility. The Australians experienced a rare moment when a young male was partnered with an experienced female. Dr. Tang tells Gert about the physiology that makes it tricky for pandas to mate.
But in fact, the males open is very short, only 4-5 centimeters long.
Only 5?
Yes, 4 to 5 centimeters. It's very short. So that is all pandas are very difficult to mate.
Yeah, of course. Yes, of course. I feel sorry for him.
Eventually the young male gets it right and the two pandas bleat simultaneously, representing success.
So today you are very lucky because this is a new boy, a very young boy. The first time get successfully get a national meeting. So we are very happy also.
He's hanging on.
And the outcome of all the effort it takes to get these guys together?
Now, Funi will be a couple of years yet before she becomes active, sexually active, so it's going to be some time after that, but, you know, wouldn't it be just fantastic to see these guys? It would just be a wonderful compliment to the way we've done things if we could be successful.
Gert's responsible for the travel arrangements of Wang Wang and Funi. Communicating through an interpreter at the meetings is exhausting.
So the communication is so different to what we used to. I used to just send out a quick email to my colleague in the other zoos and things gets done. Can't expect that to happen here. So meeting face to face and discussing it around the table, I think is very, very valuable. Albeit it's slightly frustrating at the moment, but it's probably worth every minute that we spent there.
The first delegation to China is making inroads into sorting through permits, paperwork and logistics, balancing the communication barrier and cultural differences.
I think, you know, we're slowly getting to understand the cultural differences, getting to understand what we can do and what we can't do. And I think over a period of time, you know, when we come future visits, I think that relationship will have been built up and they'll feel more relaxed with us being here.
But there is still a long road ahead before the dream of bringing pandas to Australia becomes a reality. Back home, the hard work begins.
Since we came back from China, we've been, I guess, mainly working on our exhibit to get that completely finished before they arrive, obviously.
A multi-million-dollar enclosure is being built for Wang Wang and Funi, so as the day of their arrival gets closer, the pressure mounts to finish their new home.
Not many organisations would be as daft as us to tackle what we are trying to achieve in 2009 here at Adelaide Zoo. Such an enormous project. Every day there seems to be some hurdle that we need to get through. So we've had daily problems that, because we're working really well as a team, we just resolve and move forward. Failure is not an option for us.
As head keeper, it was Jason's responsibility to find exactly the right person to lead a team of panda keepers for Wang Wang and Funi. Simone, an experienced carnivore keeper, was chosen for the job. She'd had her heart set on it from the day the job was announced.
When they actually came and told me, I couldn't believe it, to be quite honest. I didn't realise that that I really had... I was hopeful that I had a good shot and I knew that I was qualified for the position, but actually to be told that I got it was just amazing, a dream come true.
The whole zoo is gearing up for the exciting experience.
By far the most stressful of any of the export-imports we've done here at the zoo, quite clearly. The general process is the same, but it had an extra layer of complexities, cultural differences, politics, you name it.
We've stretched. We've got a small team that's running wildly everywhere trying to sort of keep everybody involved. But very exciting, and it's really suddenly hit Adelaide that this is going to happen, and we're feeling that.
The second panda delegation arrive in China. They hope to bring the pandas home. They travel a few hundred kilometres from the city of Chengdu to the Baifangshu panda base. In just 2 weeks' time, Wang Wang and Funi will travel to Australia. There's a lot of work to do before they board the plane. But first, Simone is excited to finally meet Funi and Wang Wang.
Funi! Funi! Hello, you gorgeous face.
Hello! Hello, Funi! Oh, she's beautiful!
Left a heat wave at home for a freezing snowy China.
Okay, we'll follow you.
Yeah, we follow you.
They're going to meet the Chinese keeper Lobo, who will travel with them to Australia. Lobo will be an important addition to the team with his experience and knowledge of caring for Wang Wang and Funi.
Yeah. You need suntan lotion.
Shorts.
Shorts.
Yeah. T-shirts.
Sandals. And suntan lotion because it's so hot.
Yeah. Very hot. Oh, yes, it's very hot.
Introductions over, it's time to meet the star attractions Wang Wang and Funi. Wayne and Jason have already seen the pandas, but this is a first for Simone.
Is this Funi?
Yeah. Funi.
Funi!
Hello, you gorgeous beast.
Hello! Hello, Funi! Oh, she's beautiful.
She's lost her little dot in her eye.
Oh my gosh, she is gorgeous. Wang Wang? Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello, handsome.
What?
You're handsome.
Just amazing. He's grown quite a bit, don't you think, Jake?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure you had this moment, Jake.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like,
We didn't actually realise we were looking at him the first time, and it said that's Wang Wang, and it just blew us away.
Yeah, and there you are.
Jason's here for the first few days to supervise Simone's training.
sorry, Will.
Yeah, I guess she's just soaking it all in now, as we were last time, and yeah, it's a fantastic experience, and being able to work probably as close as she will be with the pandas this time will probably be a lot different. Last time we didn't have a lot of contact with the actual pandas we're working with, so that'll be the main difference, I think, just getting to know Wang Wang and Funi.
Today, Lobo demonstrates his daily panda training for the Australian team. This is important so the keepers and vets can perform health checks without stressing the panda.
That's all she wanted.
Yeah, everyone calms down when they get cake.
Yeah.
Lobo has been at the Panda Reserve for the past 6 years. Lately, his focus has been solely on Wang Wang and Funi.
My current task is taking care of Wang Wang and Funi from when they depart from China and are relocated in Australia. I am in charge of training the Australian panda team, how to care for Wang Wang and Funi here and in Australia, so to keep them in top condition.
It was our first look at the training sessions that they do with Wang Wang and Funi. When I mean training, I sort of talking about desensitising them to touch, get them to lie down and injection, presenting for injections, and he was touching them on their nose. That's just trying to build up a bond, a relationship of trust with them. So it'll take us a while to do that, but hopefully, you know, faster than I was thinking, which is good.
The Chinese and Australians alike are interested in the impact on Wang Wang and Funi as they move from one hemisphere to another. The climate will be the biggest shock for them.
Well, we've gone from 40-degree temperatures in Adelaide. We just had this amazing November heat wave, and then to come to here and it's, you know, just above freezing at the moment, so a bit of a shock for ourselves, but it's going to be quite interesting to see how the pandas manage with this change as well.
The main job for Lobo now is to prepare Simone and Jason for the job ahead.
Jason, perhaps is you have to follow the panda keepers for the first 3 days and the whole time. So you have to try to learn as much as you can and to fully communicate with Mr. Law.
Yeah, when I was told that for the first 3 days I'd be following and then it would be handed over to me, that was okay. 3 days, right? I've got 3 days to learn as much as I possibly can, and then they'll be, I guess, assessing me, just making sure that I've picked up what I need to pick up. So. Yeah, all of a sudden, I've been waiting so long to see them, and now all of a sudden the responsibility side of it is starting to creep in there.
The Aussies have a lot to organise in the next few days. Wang and Funi's trip to Australia gets closer and closer. Simone is thrown into deep end and Wayne chases the paperwork with the help of negotiator Edmund. But there is also a moment to dream about the potential for Wang and Funi in the future. Today, Simone and Jason get the hands-on experience they need. This routine is vital for Wang and Funi's well-being, and the tasks are wholeheartedly embraced by their new Aussie carers.
Probably the first and only time we'll be picking up bamboo in snow, hey?
Yeah. Yeah, well, today was my first day actually hands-on, so it was absolutely wonderful. It's been what I've been waiting for, actually starting to get to know them and working in with them and cleaning and feeding and sort of watching training sessions and that sort of thing. Because I can't wrap it around the second time.
That's what happens in the snow.
While Jason and Simone are learning the ropes, Wayne is wading through quarantine issues. Over the next week, he'll have to ensure the documents are accurate. Any mistake will jeopardise the success of the transfer.
The worst case scenario would be that if the pandas got to Adelaide and the quarantine certificates weren't correctly filled in, the pandas wouldn't be allowed into the country.
The cold has brought the Australians and Chinese into close proximity. The relationship between colleagues from each country is important and continues to grow.
I'm quite cautious, or at least to start with I was quite cautious to make sure that I didn't offend anybody. Now that I'm getting to know everyone a little bit more, I can relax, and they're all such lovely people. They're all very relaxed as well. So even though their culture is slightly different and they have different ways of doing things, we can all work together. The Western and the Chinese sort of cultures coming together seems to be quite good.
Lobo takes the team to see the breeding centre, which was unfinished when Wayne and Jason were here a few months ago. On their first visit, they witnessed two pandas mating, and the union has produced a cub. The success inspires hope that Wang and Funi might produce a cub in the future.
I can't believe this is the baby from that mating that we saw in May. Isn't it a fantastic story?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, to see a successful mating, but then to see the result of it is just very special, yeah.
This is our dream for the future, that we can have the same success in Adelaide and then be able to bring the offspring back to the base here, and then they can be part of the breeding programme as well.
This is Australia, man.
Yeah.
Wow, look at those.
These are
Beautiful.
Soon Funi and Wang will be on a plane bound for Australia. Lobo shows the crates that he personally designed for their long journey.
This can put food.
Yeah. Put food in there. The important thing is that we don't take sawdust or hay or that might contain organisms or insects or whatever into Australia.
Yeah.
But it's a really well-made crate. Fantastic.
他说做得很好，很专业。
Superb.
Jason leaves the group today to go back and get the enclosure ready for the big arrival.
Yeah, the for myself, preparing the exhibit, making sure that's all ready to go, hopefully making some cakes, stocking up the bamboo room, all those things that gives you that reality check that, yep, they're coming now, it's not just an empty building. Good luck.
Good luck.
Wayne meets with Dr. Tang to prepare for the vet check. A thorough examination of the pandas is needed to make sure they're in good health.
So first things you should, I need you confirm, do you want we do the health check here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're obliged as the veterinarians to make sure that the animals that are coming into Adelaide Zoo are healthy. It's highly unlikely that they'll be sick or there may be any problems, but it has happened in the past where animals have been imported to Australia from overseas and they go into quarantine and we find some problems, some health issues, and that's the last thing we want to do. Thank you. Thank you.
Soon Simone will be responsible for Wang Wang and Funi on a day-to-day basis. It's important for her to work closely with them. Her Aussie accent might take Wang Wang a little getting used to.
Wang Wang.
Don't understand.
No. Doesn't understand English. Hey, Wang Wang. Wang Wang. Oh. It's a great way for me to be able to bond with them fairly early on. It'll make our relationship really quite strong. But it's really to allow, I guess, procedures to happen, things like injections and that. In the past, we would have had to blow dart them, which is obviously can be quite stressful on the animal.
With the time difference, language barrier and red tape, some of the documents are proving difficult to secure. One concern is that the visas for the Chinese who are travelling with the pandas have not been sent.
So because they couldn't process the visa until there was a return ticket.
That's correct.
Yeah. And the return ticket was different.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a 6-month visa or a 2-month visa. So, as you're saying, last-minute hitches.
Yes.
You know, there's always going to be.
Yeah.
So we just hope there's not going to be any more in the next few days.
Yeah, exactly. No, it should be fine. Should be fine. Yeah.
Wayne is also gearing up for the vet checks tomorrow. He's not prepared for what awaits him in the morning. The Panda Reserve is in the mountains of the Baifeng Gorge. Small town and rural communities are scattered throughout the region. The quiet lifestyle feels a long way from the communication overload of the city. But the pandas are a big media draw card in China. The national networks travel to the remote reserve to report on Wang Wang and Funi's imminent departure. Wayne is surprised to arrive ready for the veterinary health checks to find the crowd waiting.
And then I've never seen quite as many people at a procedure for any animal before, and there was just dozens of people. There were people from the Chinese television crews, and we weren't expecting it at all. Even for the pandas going to Australia, in the eyes of the Chinese people, that it's a really important.
Wang Wang is the first to be examined. Luckily, he'll be unaware of the amount of people looking on, taking photos and recording the event as the veterinary team check his body.
Dr. Tang is taking a blood sample, jugular vein. It must be very difficult for him talking in such terrible conditions. I don't think we'd ever allow this sort of thing.
Everyone is hoping the results are good because a problem with the pandas now will delay their travel to Australia.
Sorry. Sorry, I just went over.
That is spleen.
Yeah.
Next.
It's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's good spleen. Good image.
Yeah. Excellent. Looks nice and clear.
While Wang Wang is being examined, Edmund is outside on the phone. He's still organising visas for the Chinese reserve representatives travelling to Australia.
The person in charge of the giant panda projects, apparently that person in charge, which is in London at the moment. So this is why we've got a bit of drama here and there.
It's going well. It's great. They're very thorough in their examination. It's really great. Very, very detailed with the procedures, very systematic in what they do.
Satisfied that Wang Wang is in good condition, the team turns its attention to Funi.
We're just checking the teeth at the moment. Fantastic grinding teeth, just extraordinary teeth. I've never seen anything like it. Well, it's been really special to be able to get really close to Funi and Wang Wang because you know they're going to be with us for many, many years, and it's really nice to see, to examine them, get close to them, and just see how healthy they are.
Hello. Hello, gorgeous. Hello. A bit rude, isn't it? A bit rude awakening.
While Funi is recovering from the ordeal, Edmund gets some good news about the visas for the two Chinese travel with the team.
I appreciate for your support and your help. Thank you very much. Okay then, see you, bye. 行了 Visa grant.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, so tomorrow. 晚上庆祝。
一定要，一定要。Yeah, apparently we've got a confirmation from Australia Embassy in Beijing now. They got the visa grant. The two Chinese giant panda keepers, they got the pass and the visa. So we are ready to go.
Now the vet checks are done and the visas are sorted, the team is ready to bring the pandas to Australia. But bad weather stranded the freight plane and might delay the departure and all the arrival plans back home. Edmund has only just sorted out one problem to be faced with another. At Adelaide Zoo, the team forge ahead. They need contingency plans to deal with the media and public that are waiting for Wang Wang and Funi.
We just knew that we had to keep progressing. So we went down, had an emergency meeting with Chris, sat and said, okay, what is our plan of action here? We decided that the parade and the party would happen because it's all out there. The media's all out there. So we're continuing on regardless, and we would just let the media know that it was going to happen whether Wang Wang and Funi are with the parade or without.
And not actually out.
The party happens anyway, okay? The party is happening regardless.
Yes, the party in the mall.
Yeah, yeah. So
Adelaide's Panda Party.
Without the pandas.
Wang Wang and Funi's plane to Adelaide could be delayed for up to 8 hours. Bad weather is threatening to stop everyone in China and Australia is panicked by the prospect that plans have to be changed at the last minute.
We're so stressed. Are they coming? They're delayed? Because we've got Adelaide is primed and ready to go. We've got a big wrap on the advertiser. We've got a page today. We've got exclusive photos going everywhere, and they're all arriving at this time, and suddenly they're not. And so it's been a very stressful 24 hours.
And the delay is not the only concern. The heat has caused last-minute problems at the enclosure.
We have hundreds of people literally running around just doing last-minute clean-up. We've had a heat wave here in South Australia as well, so we've had a few plants that have died off as a result, and we're replacing those. So it's pretty frenetic here at Adelaide Zoo, I must say.
In China, the departure time is still uncertain, but Simone and Lobo continue to prepare. In the past couple of weeks, Simone has worked hard to understand her role as panda keeper. Today, Lobo rewards her efforts with a surprise, and she's allowed in the enclosure with Funi.
进评委就是说，我自己想，然后进去，直接在那个运动场。
I decided to reinforce our trust and relationship by feeding her a meal in the playground rather than in the cage.
饲喂它，然后这样就是进一步的跟它加深感情。因为昨天。
I also took this opportunity to get Simone to feed Funi with me because it seemed that Funi was comfortable with her this morning.
早上有这么一个机会，然后我就叫那个我跟Simone 一起进去喂它那个
The two keepers have also developed a strong bond.
Lobo and I actually get along really well. I think we're going to have a lot of fun in the next 6 months. It'll just be great. He'll be able to learn English quite well through all of the staff at Adelaide, and hopefully he'll be able to teach us Chinese as well. It'll really help with the communication in the future. Thank you, Lobo.
No worries, mate.
No worries, mate. Amazing.
The morning experience doesn't distract Simone from the journey ahead.
The trip's always playing on my mind. It's always sort of just sort of everything I think of relates to getting them back to Adelaide. You know, it's going to be such a massive journey.
Edmund is now under pressure to lock in a departure time from China. He's trying to keep everyone calm as he waits for the final word about the delay. The rest of the team prepare Wang and Funi's food for the journey.
Yep. Okay then. I do it right away. But could you please just make sure for another 10 minutes also? Can you please email me all the confirmation? Okay then. Yeah. Thank you, Alex.
Edmund is making progress with flight information. While he contacts the team in Australia, Dr. Tang tells Wayne the good news.
Oh, that's good news.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. We're pleased.
So that is we said 17:30 time is good.
Good.
For transportation.
Okay. Well, it'll be good also for getting into Adelaide as well, because it will only mean that they'll get in a couple of hours later for all the plans that are in Adelaide as well. So that's great from our perspective.
Very good.
Back in Adelaide, everyone is relieved that they may have finally locked in a departure time.
From hearing that the aircraft was going to be 6 hours late from a phone call from China the night before to maybe Saturday, maybe later, Fox might have kept the aircraft on the ground, maybe it's a Sunday even, to a phone call saying that, oh, we come up with another plane to put another aircraft on. So we've changed everybody's itineraries 2 or 3 times during the day, so at the end of the night it was like, yes, it's on.
Now everyone involved with the arrival of the pandas can sort out the next day's itinerary.
Okay, well, thanks everyone for coming along this afternoon so that we can prepare ourselves for the big day tomorrow. The show is all about the Adelaide Zoo.
I guess from the Adelaide Zoo's point of view, and we are really looking forward to a quick and smooth process through the arrival and the terminal here. So the animals can be offloaded and and then get to the zoo and get into their facility.
The toll staff are asked to make sure that the pandas are moved slowly, carefully.
Understood.
And to try and restrict the amount of noise as much as possible and movement as much as possible.
The time has come for Wang Wang and Funi to be put in the crates, ready for their journey to Australia.
What a frenetic day yesterday was. I can't believe how it was left at the last minute to get everything done. And we're so glad to get Funi and Wang Wang now in their crates on the vehicle. It's been pouring down with rain this morning, so it's all quite dramatic really. We're really looking forward to getting on the road and getting to Adelaide and getting them settled in. We will take special care of them and your staff members, Mr. Huang Yan and Mr. Lobo.
我们也保证会好好的照顾中风的大熊猫专家黄岩先生和罗伯先生。
We thank you once more for all that you have done and look forward to meeting you all again very soon.
Wang Wang and Funi's new home in Australia is ready to go. Their new neighbours are oblivious to the arrival of the star attractions.
The greatest thing would be to see them land tomorrow morning. I'd love to see that 747 land on the Adelaide tarmac and just roll in, see the nose go up and see the pandas there with a big banner saying welcome to Adelaide. That's going to be really the crowning glory of the whole thing.
Funi and Wang Wang are on their way to Australia. Wang Wang is handling the trip well. He's relaxed as long as his supply of bamboo is constant. They're a little worried about Funi.
Is she eating much? Hello, Funi.
I'll feed.
A little bit? Just a little bit. She's breathing quite heavily.
On the ground in Adelaide, cameras are jockeying for the best spot to capture the arrival of Wang Wang and Funi. The national networks have recognised the story is popular with the Australian public. Adelaide Zoo CEO Chris West is being courted for breakfast shows, radio spots and a constant flow of online news updates. Lobo and Simone continue to monitor Funi to make sure she's okay. The guys give Funi some bamboo cake and she starts to relax as they get closer to their destination.
Just, you know, when they see the pandas, they're going to be so excited, you know, because they're so cute and cheeky.
They've landed, so very exciting seeing them break through the clouds. It's been a busy morning, we've been running around, we've got fantastic turnout at the airport, lots of Chinese locals coming to greet them. But actually seeing the plane come through, I think about 10 of us are welled up in tears. Thank God it's been a long 2 years and they've touched down and I can't wait to see them unloaded now. Very exciting.
I just arrived in. I just arrived in Adelaide Airport 10 minutes ago from Chengdu. Apparently, I'm very pleased to see a giant panda landing in front of me. It's got an emotional involved, and I found a lot of medias and also the people excited about giant panda.
You've had a great time already.
It's such a sense of relief they're on Australian soil. It's a dream come true. It's a journey ended and a journey started, and we're incredibly happy that they're here.
Yes, this is a very exciting day. We've been working that for 2 years already, especially in the last 2 months. Chris and Heather, we've been working very hard to make this possible. Shows that the relationship between China and Australia is very special.
Because it's been such a big deal, and well, the whole zoo's been in such a development phase in the last 2 years, it's been terribly exciting. Exciting the fact that this had to come together.
Panda keepers. Panda team.
Now at Adelaide Zoo, Funi and Wang Wang will finally see their new home. Funi takes her time. Funi and Wang Wang are still getting used to all the media attention, and it won't slow down anytime soon. They're already a favourite story in the Australian and international news. Likewise, Simone is in the limelight straight after the flight. But the team never forget the long-term goal of their time with Wang Wang and Funi.
From a zookeeper's perspective, being able to breed the giant panda would be very rewarding, but also having giant pandas within Adelaide Zoo and within Australia is such a great opportunity for us to open the doors to so many conservation projects.
After a few weeks to settle in, Funi and Wang Wang are officially welcomed to Australia by the Governor-General, Quentin Bryce.
I hope you don't mind me speaking to you in English. I want to tell you a little about your new country, why it's such a wonderful place to live, and how delighted we are to have you here without pandering to your egos. Feel free to eat while I speak.
It is only just the beginning. Of course, the interest in this project is sort of nationwide. So people are already sort of booking to come and see the pandas, which is only a few weeks away now. And because the pandas are so young, we've got probably maybe just 2 years before we'll start thinking about breeding. And we've produced some fantastic facilities here, and we hope to have many births at Adelaide Zoo going forward, so we can really contribute to the conservation of this critically endangered species.